Hey there, you are very welcome to the ADHD is podcast. I'm Linda Monahan. I am a ADHD coach. I'm somebody who's medicated for ADHD, actually a neurodivergent coach, and I'm a neurodivergent parent. So I have a SN kid. I'm also drinking coffee, by the way, in my Annie Craig mug. Today I want to talk about how we are misinterpreted. I have a little book of notes here because my memory is just not on fire at the moment. And I've talked about a lot of things before, from friendship and the one thing I want to talk about today is being neurodivergent, and in my case ADHD. This will apply to those who have autism, those who have ADHD, and those who have a cross. And basically understanding what people mean when they say things. And I suppose to start off, one of the biggest examples, which I think is hilarious, is that bumper sticker, honk if you like pizza. Like, literally, that's what I thought that meant. I thought it meant honk if you like pizza, beep beep if you like pizza. It doesn't mean that. It means that you have road rage and you've beeped and they're making a joke out of liking pizza. Yeah, okay, what are you talking about? Like, I like pizza. Like, why do things have to be so complicated? I just like pizza. So, I thought I would kind of write down a couple of things that I didn't realise didn't mean what they actually meant, and maybe it will help you. This is a little bit away from business. Actually, it could be to do with business, because oftentimes we think people, when we're at networking events, we think people are really genuine in what they're saying, but actually maybe they just want to get away from you. Maybe. So, we should meet for coffee. Yeah, absolutely. When do you want to meet? Oh, I'll give you a call, or you give me a call. If they don't set the time and date, everybody has access to their calendars. If they don't set the time and date there, they don't want to meet you for coffee. They're just saying that as a polite way to end the conversation. I didn't know that. I'd be out like in people's LinkedIn, their DMs go, "Want to meet for coffee? Have an online coffee." Some people are so genuine, and they do. But no, some people just, that's how they end a conversation. I didn't know that. I didn't know that's how you ended a conversation. Do you want to meet for coffee? Yeah, I do, yeah. We'll see. We'll see is usually no. Like, we'll see is usually no. It's a plumbaucer's way of saying no. It's a people pleaser's way of saying no. It's a fucking chicken shit way of saying no. Say no. Say no. I do not know a single neurodivergent person who would not appreciate a no in their life. Stop playing this bullshit neurotypical fucking game. No, I don't want to do that. No, I'm not comfortable doing that. No, we'll see. Fuck off and just say no. No is a complete sentence. It doesn't require explanation. It doesn't require anything. Just say no. No. I had a last minute ticket. No, you didn't invite me. And the person who you did invite instead of me can't go. I got a last minute ticket. No, you didn't. And I'm okay with being offered a last minute ticket. I am 100% okay. If I want to go to something and somebody gets me a last minute ticket, I'm like, yes. But genuinely, I would think like the last minute ticket fell out of the sky. No, it doesn't fall out of the sky. It hasn't fallen out of the sky. The person that they were going with, that you weren't invited in the first place, has said no. And that's okay. Like, you're not the preference, but just such and such can't go. Would you like to go in their place? Yes, please. I'd love that. Thank you. Simple, simple, simple. That's so interesting. That's so interesting. Means I'm not interested, or it means, yeah, no, it literally means I'm not interested. I thought people were really interested in my vast knowledge of absolute bullshit things, which I do have an array of ridiculous facts in my brain. But I do think that, you know, if I'm not interested in something, I have actually used it for, like, that's so interesting, but I'm not really interested, to end the conversation. That might seem rude, but like, yeah, that's so interesting. People usually aren't interested when they say that. Oh my God, you're so brave. You're so brave. Oh my God, you're so brave. Can mean two things. It can mean I would in my fuck do that stadia, like, oh my God, what are you at? Or it can mean I can't believe you did that. I'm too chicken shit to ever do that. And now I am completely put off by you and your ability to do that and your bravery to do that, and I'm just going to hate you for the rest of my life. Two things can't be. Maybe there's a couple of, you know, genuine people who think they're really brave. There's usually not. It's usually, oh my God, you're so brave. They don't give a shit if you're brave or not. Oh my God, you're so brave. Meaning, I would never in a fucking million years. And I'm quite envious that you've done it, and I'm quite jealous that you've done it, and I am never going to support you in life. You should come the next time. You should come the next time. Okay. Why wasn't I invited this time? You should come the next time. How will I hear about the next time? You should come the next time. How did you arrange this time? Oh, there's the group I'm not part of. Oh, that group. You should come the next time. You should come the next time. You're never going to be invited to the next time. You should come the next time. It's so funny. Like, it's so funny. There's so many, and it's so ridiculous. It's just like, we're neurodivergent. We cannot read social cues in some cases. We fucking can see a pattern a mile off, and we can see a CUNT a mile off. But we appreciate the truth so much. We appreciate the truth so much. Like, I love a harsh truth, and not that, you know, I've said this before, not that I'm tell it like it is or whatever. I just, if you don't want to meet me for coffee, don't say you want to meet me for coffee. If you aren't interested, don't say that's so interesting. And if I am never going to be invited the next time, don't say you should come the next time. I am quite happy obliviously living my life, and there's no need for these conversation fillers of, like, boring. Is that what you get your boring from? I did say no heated rivalry. Can't help it. I'm still, like, in the middle of it all. Is that where you get your boring from? It absolutely is. Like, stop with the fucking small talk. That is such bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. Stop it. Zip it. Zip, zip, zip. Another suppose that's kind of the bullshit aside, the small talk, since my diagnosis, I'm diagnosed 2.5 years, I kind of had started the process of getting diagnosed. I might do an episode on that if anybody wants. I kind of started that whole process about 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and it was a long, tedious process. I've talked about it on my social media. And since my diagnosis, the amount of people who have just given me less grace, if that makes sense, like, just, you know, there's so many things that happened in my life that I can pin down to my brain not being as fully developed as other people's, my frontal lobe not being developed fully. They reckon that women with ADHD, their frontal lobes don't develop till about 35, 36, and like normies, neurotypicals, is about 25. So 36, like, I was married for 6 years. I had my first kid by 36, and I mean, that I was considered a late starter, and my frontal lobe had only developed. So my actual executive function, my reasoning, my critical thinking, I'm an excellent critical thinker and have the ability to look all around me, but the lack of grace that I have been given since my diagnosis is absolutely unbelievable. Like, there's only a few people who have really seen me for who I am, but the impatience and the absolute lack of empathy is unbelievable. And especially with people that I would have unmasked with, I would have really been my true self with already, even though my true self is emerging more and more. But the amount of people that would have seen who I really was. And it's funny that, like, since I stopped drinking alcohol, since I stopped, like, that overexcitement has kind of, it is quelled, and it is, it's still there. But with some people, it was like I actually genuinely couldn't share an opinion without somebody jumping down my throat. And not a controversial opinion, like, just, I suppose you have a scenario where something has happened and I have said, gosh, I would never like that to happen to me, or I would never like that to happen in that way, which is about me and my opinion, not about this situation that has happened, which is perfectly fine for the people that are in that situation. It's actually a perfectly fine situation for them. But I have commented, gosh, that wouldn't suit me at all. I wouldn't. What do you mean it wouldn't suit you? What do you mean? What do you mean? They loved it. Oh my God, I have literally acknowledged that that situation is perfect for them. I have literally acknowledged that wasn't that lovely to happen. But I thought I was in a safe space. I thought I was with friends that I have known all my life, and I commented, gosh, I would, and a lot of would have been, gosh, I wouldn't have been able, from a social anxiety, to cope with that, or I wouldn't have been able to, oh my God, I would have been just so overwhelmed. What do you mean? And absolutely no shade. I know I'm speaking in kind of riddles and rhymes, but no shade to what might have happened. But I'm not allowed to voice an opinion on it now. I'm not allowed to have an opinion, and it was really, it's just so bizarre. And just the lack of grace and lack of patience. And to be honest, it's when that happens, your trust in people is sometimes can be, in this scenario, can be so low anyway, that it's like, oh my God, if I look back on situations, I have given 5, 10, 15 chances, and people are, querying why maybe I've removed myself from their life, or maybe I haven't contacted them as much, because I don't feel safe in your space. And I don't know if anybody else has felt like that, literally you cannot say what you want to me and expect me to accept it and not rebut or refute or retaliate or not share my opinion. It's a weird one. Maybe people have turned off by now because they don't get it, but yeah, it's a weird one. I'll talk some more about it in the next episode. One of the things that has really helped me over the past 4 or 5 years is actually gamifying things. So treating things like a puzzle. So I have kind of a reset that I do every morning. I have my cushions in places where I like them. I have a routine for my laundry. I have a routine to reset my kitchen. And it takes probably about 5 or 10 minutes every day. But every day kind of sets me up and leads me into work, and that helps me. But it's a gamify. Not that I put a timer on. I do put timers on for other things, but this is like that I have to mentally check all the things off the list. And it's funny, this has become non-negotiable, even in days where I'm like, I fucking hate the world. These are non-negotiable things that I do, because I know that it just makes life easier for me. And on the days that, I'm like, fuck the world, and it's even more important to do these things, that it doesn't seep into the next day. So they're just little things that I like to gamify, and I like to think of them as maybe jigsaw puzzle pieces, and you're just, taking clothes in from the line or from the dryer or from the clothes horse. You're going to fold them, you're going to bring them upstairs, you're going to put them into people's rooms, you're going to put the cushions a certain way, you're going to run the hoover over. Really, really simple things. I swear it takes about 5 or 10 minutes, but it just gives you a little bit of a breath refresh. Obviously I don't know if that will appeal to everybody, but it just helps me. It helps me to gamify certain things in my life and to make a puzzle out of them. If you want to drop a comment or leave a review and just hit the follow button, I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, thanks. Bye.